Howdy folks and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another episode of Hearts of Iron 4 with the Total War mod. So, as in Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2, Army Group Center is getting ready to face, let's say, the winter and something else, which means that I have the last two episodes coming on the channel. In Hearts of Iron 4, I think I might have found out the way to defeat China as Japan in this awesome Total War mod. No need to say, I had to restart the game multiple times because I was kind of failing in all of my previous attempts. And let's say the main difference here involves the skipping of the modern artillery focus, and instead the selection of the better relations with Germany and the anti-Comintern Pact, just because they will save me 2 in-game days. Not really a big change, but 2 extra days are always good to have. And I've now focused all of my Marine divisions here in Dalian, in Port Arthur, and they will be launching an invasion in Weihai. And yeah, so I did restart this game several times because in all of my previous attempts I was just underestimating the power of the Chinese AI. And I found a way to defeat China, hopefully, and I would like to discuss this with you right now. I want to be very clear, this way involves exploiting the stupidity of the AI and the new supply system. Now, if you press F4 or you go in the supply map mode, you see that there are 2 major supply depots here in Beijing and Tianjin. And as you can see, I have massed here 2 armies, one of 24 infantry divisions and one of 6 infantry divisions. 6 infantry divisions of the other army, and for a total of 30 infantry divisions here. I am neglecting the allies to use the supplies of these depots just to have more supplies for myself, and I also, let's say, improved the motorization of these 3 depots, these 4 depots here, just to make sure that the supplies will reach several units here. Construction wise, I'm quite good. I think I may just upgrade this. Yep. Just to make sure that I have enough supply capacity to deliver supplies along these axes here. So I massed here 30 infantry divisions. They're not that great. But I think this is kind of a jack of all trades, basically, for the war in China. I mean, each division consumes 2.07 supplies. It's not too much. It's not really. It's not too much, basically. And yeah, so I have 8 battalions of infantry and 4 battalions of light artillery. Support units, I replaced the cavalry with the motorcycles, mostly because of this movement bonus, and I did add the signal company as well as the motorized logistics company. I mentioned that this involves exploiting the AI and the supply system. It's very simple. The way to defeat China is to take control of Beijing first by using these divisions, at least 1, 5. These are 18, I think. One good thing about the Total War mod is that it restores the good old 20 based combat width, which, as you can see here, which is great, which is absolutely great, and this is also why I have only 20 combat with large divisions. So the goal is to attack Beijing and with these infantry divisions, and then from Beijing launch an attack against Tianjin. And why is this? Because I want to deprive the Chinese AI of these 2 supply hubs. Now, what will the AI do? Well, first of all, the AI cannot, let's say, keep up the pressure, because I tried already, and if I attack from these directions, from 4 different directions, I will have a total combat width of 240, while the Chinese AI will only field something like 130, 140. So I am outnumbering in terms of combat width the enemy, and I will have to take Beijing and then Tianjin. Beijing first and then Tianjin. And what will happen is that since the Chinese only have a supply depot here behind Baoding and one here in Jinan, the AI will amass troops here along the line in front of Beijing and Tianjin. But the divisions of the AI, now deprived of these 2 supply hubs, will be supplyless, I would say. So yeah, once Beijing and Tianjin will be taken, I will have to wait like 1 in-game week to, let's say, let the AI, let the negative modifiers of the lack of supplies kick in, and once the Chinese troops will be, let's say, demoralized completely, I will use my motorized troops to launch a kind of fast-moving pincer offensive to trap the enemy divisions in this salient and then wipe them out. And I may do something that is kind of cheesy, but I don't really care. I mean, I'm playing against the OP buffed AI, so I think I can do it. Will be just to fall back and rinse and repeat a second time. At the same time, what I'm planning to do is to land my Marines divisions here in Weihai, and then I will launch 2 kind of amphibious invasions here. And I will bring here maybe the 11 infantry divisions of the 1st army to set up a defensive line in Weihai. And again, the trick is always the same. Let the AI come, amass troops in these 2 provinces, and then at the same time launch 2 amphibious invasions in Qingdao and around Weifang to seal off the enemy divisions here, and then wipe them out with the infantry coming from Weihai. And it's going to be kind of costly, but I really want to deprive the enemy from all the divisions that are down here. As I said, I've been trying kind of several times, even without Fog of War, to see how does the AI behave, and I noticed that if I can encircle at least two or three times the enemy divisions here, the AI will pull back its troops here from the coast, which will make it very easy for me later on to land amphibious invasions here in southeastern China. And what else? I think that's all. I will see you guys again at the end of the video, and for now you can just enjoy watching the strategy that will break China.
激彩と舞い下る舞い下るまなじりかかじつわもののいずくかりゆるおさななおあじゅんぱくの花をいてあせいうんに花をいてあせいうんに花をいてあたえよ空の新兵よ新兵よ肉弾粉など砕くとも打ちてしやまぬ山と山我がマスラオは天下る我が行軍は天下る我が行軍は天下る
Howdy folks, so welcome back to the video, and holy moly, I hope you guys enjoyed my strategy, because oh my god, I think this turned out to be quite a successful one. I mean, it's August 1938, so the war has been ravaging since, I would say, 1 year and 1 month, and I'm really curious to have a look at the losses. And I mean, okay, so we inflicted 1.61 million of casualties to the Chinese, and we only lost like 68,000. So this means, briefly, let me just calculate it very quickly. So it's roughly 23.6 times lower. So let's say for every Japanese soldier who lost his life, the enemy lost 24 of his soldiers. I mean, overall, I think I'm now quite satisfied, and yeah, now I think that the biggest challenge begins, because I will have now to ideally cut off here in a corridor. Here, these troops located here. I may even actually fall back with my marines here. Or nah, even no, because there is a port here that we need to hold. And yeah, I mean, so overall, I think that the Chinese army is quite crippled right now. We enjoy air superiority over here, so that's really good. And yeah, so in the next episode, actually, let me check if I can de-escalate, or okay, I still have 42 days to go. Yeah, so I think in the next episode, okay, I think I still have 1 or 2 decisions to click. Yeah, in the next episode I will carry on the offensive against China. And again, I don't know, I think you noticed, but I began switching my cavalry divisions into motorized divisions, because I'm sorry, I just could not resist the temptation to have a motorized army. And really, guys, if you play the Total War mod a lot, this should be a lesson for you. This should be a lesson that speed in this mod really matters, really makes the difference between victory and defeat. Within the elite difficulty, the AI does have a 15% speed bonus. We do have the national spirit of the bicycles, which now I can't find. Oh yeah, the bicycles, yeah, which grants a +5 division speed. I mean, it's not great. The enemy overall still has a 10% of extra speed, but I think that what the AI cannot do is to really react quickly to the breakthrough. And yeah, I may just let 1 month pass to let these divisions just reorganize and get some more manpower. I'm training 1 extra tank division. I'm building up some refineries to just get, say, independent in terms of oil. And yeah, the idea would be then to cut off these troops here, and then try to attack China with the marines and try to launch some amphibious invasions all along the coast. And yeah, I mean, now the funny thing begins, because if you look at the supply network, I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad. It's, oh my god, maybe I will have to build some depots here and expand the railways in this direction here. And yeah, so here I am ready. Actually, let me do it. Oh my god, the supply network here is so bad. It's just bad. Everything is bad. Level 1, level 2, level 2, level 1. It's really bad. Yeah, so I mean, as I said, the goal of this campaign is to cripple China before 1940. I don't have much time left. Even though, considering that the focus of the where is that? Strike at the USSR. I mean, this will be available only after March 1942. So let's give us a bonus of let's end the war in China by 1941. Yeah, by 1941. Also because I will need to have at least 2 million of men in the field, and now I only have less than 1 million. I do have a few men in training, but yeah, yeah. Okay, let's not get distracted. One task at a time. Let's cut off these troops over here, and actually let's do this already. Nah, bad move. Yeah, let's cut them off, and then let's try to push the enemy maybe here in the mountains, while with the motorized troops we will try to advance and cover as much land as possible, and at the same time we will land some divisions here on the coast. I think that's all for this episode, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I love your comments, I love your likes, so just leave them down here below like an avalanche, and stay tuned for more Hearts of Iron 4 and more Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. And until the next episode, as always, guys, take care and be safe.